Happy October, everyone. So, I finally finished watching the new Unsolved Mysteries Season 2. I did a review on the first one. I like the episodes, but I prefer the original Unsolved Mysteries with the voice narrator. Yeah, his name was Robert Stack. His voice was very unique, very creepy. It gave the show a sort of atmosphere of eeriness. But this new one has some pretty interesting episodes too, minus the host, of course. And they use the music, which I used to like a little bit, as an intro, right? And at the end of every episode. But I still like it. So let's break down all the episodes. So the very first one is called Washington Insider Murder. Now this one, I remember hearing about it in the news. 2011, where this guy who worked with the government was found in a landfill. Oh, it was weird then. It was weird now, but now it's even more weird because the circumstances leading up to it. Shit. They have a bunch of surveillance of him walking around, stumbling and stuff. One shoe on, confused. And I've seen a few other cases like that. There's a famous one where a lady's doing the same thing. She's very paranoid. She's stumbling. She looks like she's drunk or high. And there's video of it. She's in the elevator, looking out like this, whatever. And then she winds up inside a water tower, a big old drum filled with water. Crazy. Based on where he worked, the work he was involved in, it was someone in the government killed him, in my opinion. But then again, you would think they'd be more careful. They would want to make it seem like he got robbed because he had his jewelry on still, and you throw someone in a dumpster, they're bound to be found, you know. A real professional hitman, whether for the government or some kind of crime organization, they'll dispose of it a lot more efficiently. But yeah, that's an interesting one. The other one is called A Death in Oslo. Now this one is the most mysterious of all. This shit is crazy. Before they mentioned it in the video, I was thinking what they said. As soon as they mentioned that she had a bunch of clips for her handgun, like a 9mm, with a bunch of rounds and stuff, I was like, you know, and they couldn't establish an identity, and she didn't even pay to get that room. I was like, yeah, she's like some kind of government agent or like an assassin or something. That's the first thing I thought, and that's exactly what they said. And that's my conclusion. Yeah, her prints didn't come back. She had no ID on her. Yeah, she was definitely into some kind of I think they call it espionage. Yeah, but then again, see, that's what I mean. Like, if it was like some assassins who killed her, it was a pretty sloppy job. It was obvious as hell it wasn't suicide. You would think some professionals like that would do it differently, right? Like toss her off the balcony or something. I don't know. But it looked, I don't know. It didn't look professional. But I still think she was into something like that. The next one is Row Fugitive. Oh, these fucking stories, man. I don't know why I've never heard of this guy on the internet or anything, but shit. He fucking did it. He fucking escaped death row. Through sheer luck. He got so fucking lucky so many damn times. Now, what really fucked my head up really bad is they took a former death row inmate Christmas shopping at a mall. Not only that, they left him alone. Like, go ahead, man. A few hours. Go about your business. Go shopping for your family. And meet us here like a little fucking kid. Meet us here in a few hours. We trust you. Even though you murdered a child. We trust you. Shit. I would sue him, man. I would sue the whole fucking city. But yeah, that's for different times. I don't think they'll do that now. he hasn't been found. What if they didn't even mention it? I think. What if he's dead? Some kind of health crisis, for health reasons, or he got shot and killed, or some shit like that. You never know, man. Yeah, his own dad wouldn't turn him in. What the fuck? People are crazy, I swear to God, man. I don't give a fuck if it's my son, my twin, my brother, anybody. If you killed a child, you escape prison, you on the run, fuck you. Shit, it's crazy. Now this next one's called Tsunami Spirits. This is the first one I've seen in the new Unsolved Mysteries that had to do with ghosts. I thought they wouldn't touch it, but they did. A lot of people in Japan started seeing ghosts. A lot of ghost experiences by a lot of people after the tsunami. Now, the fact that it's Japan got me a little skeptical, because Japanese, the people, the culture, are very imaginative, man. Very creative and very spiritual. So you combine all that and you might have some people who are just either making up stories or exaggerating stories, or you have that thing where someone says something and then someone says another. They're in a telephone game, and then bam, it just turns into a whole other story. So I don't know about this one, but I'll tell you one thing, it was spooky as fuck. Scary as fucking episode. I watched it late at night too. I was like, oh hell no, I might turn this shit off. But yeah, good episode. I like it. And the next one is called A Lady in the Lake. This one's about a lady who supposedly committed suicide just after stepping outside of church in a cold winter day, snowy and everything, and she walked into a freezing lake, literally frozen lake, and just walks in and just drowns and dies. Now, I leaned more towards suicide. I think she was very depressed because there was a lot of inner fighting with her family. She was extremely depressed. She was at church like 7 p.m. Sometimes some people go to church because they're in anguish. You know, they want some kind. They're seeking hope. Some kind of, they want a prayer answered. You know. So it looks like she across the street, because the church was right across the street from the water, and there's like a leg butt print on the snow. So I think she really did sit down on that snow, thought about it, cried maybe, got up and actually did it. Is my opinion. I think she really did kill herself, but who knows. And the last one is called Stolen Kids. Now this one took place in the city in the 80s. Dangerous time all over America. People in the hood, they don't normally kidnap kids at any point in time. That doesn't really happen, you know. So it's kind of odd. But my prejudice kicked in a little bit. I ain't gonna lie. When the first mother said she was into drugs at the time, and I was like, oh man, that means maybe owed someone some money and it took her kid, and who knows, right? But then when a second mother showed up in the show, and the same thing happened to her just a few months later in the same area, and she wasn't doing drugs. She was, you know, just a normal, average, everyday citizen, right? And it happened to her. That's when I'm like, oh, okay, this is different. They're going around kidnapping kids, you know. And there's been cases, they even show it in the episode where someone dressed, pretending to be a nurse, kidnapped a kid in the hospital. That's happened a lot, you know. So maybe that's the case here. They kidnap those kids, raise them as their own, and they're not even aware of it, you know. The people who were kidnapped, they grew up and have no idea, right? So yeah, I think it's just someone who wanted a kid, couldn't have a kid, and just kidnapped those kids. Maybe they wanted more than one. Who knows, you know. But yeah, I like these Unsolved Mystery episodes. Hopefully they have a third season. I like it very much. Let me know what you guys think. As always, stay safe. Watch out for that Rona.